All right, welcome to Hot Intros. If you want to look into that camera, give an intro who you are, what you
this
do.
one?
Yeah, why you're awesome. There's 3 cameras. I know, it's overwhelming.
All right. I'm not nervous at all. Hi, everyone. I'm Trinity Nguyen. I am VP of Marketing at UserJobs.
Why are you awesome? Besides just you being you.
Everyone's awesome.
Okay.
It's just kind of like coming to the world as awesome as you are.
Awesome. Okay. First wing, the warm intro.
Okay.
On your left. Don't go right to left. Go left to right. We're starting off easy here.
Okay. It tastes good.
Yeah.
I love the flavor.
That's actually like a good sauce.
Yeah. How many bottles did you guys test before you picked these 6, 5?
Way too many.
Yeah.
Way too many.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
It's good, right?
I've been dying to do this challenge forever. None of my friends want to do it with me. So I don't want to buy the whole set and they just sit in there.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
I'm
But we're getting a mini test here, so.
Okay, this is
Not
great.
great. All right. First question. What is your least favorite B2B marketing tactic that you still see used really commonly and you see some of your peers maybe still sing the praises of?
Oh, sing praises.
Like a tactic that you're like, this is a bad tactic, but everyone else is like, it's still a great tactic. And you're like, I don't know if I believe that anymore.
Well, I think everyone probably already told you this week. Like the whole MQL gated content. Every tactics, there's pros and cons.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have to go back to your first principle and see which one makes sense for your business. So some of the largest tech company out there, they have both the ungated, the gated, the lead, the the MQL, the ABL. So whatever works for your business. For us, like we believe in trying to get our words, like our name out there, our solution out there.
Let it spread organically. Don't put it behind the long game
Right.
ball.
But then we do have some things that we gate as well, like a premium content, right?
Yeah, so a mix of things. So maybe the thing you don't like maybe is the black and white, like do this or don't do this,
Yeah.
like definitive, like it's always a blend. It's never quite as concretely split.
Yeah. On LinkedIn especially, right? Like
Yeah.
hot takes.
You always got to post a take that gets the engagement,
I
right?
understand why they do it, but yeah, as a content consumer, so like, everything it depends.
Always
There's a time and
apply
place.
your own context to it. Don't just blindly follow the
Exactly.
advice.
Yeah. There's a time and place for every tactic. So I learned that the hard way too. I used to say like, oh my God, I hated this. I hated that. I would never do that. Now I'm like, actually, I have
You're more
all those
open-minded.
moments. Yeah.
That's
You
probably
learn.
a good way. A good way. to
You
do it.
learn, yeah.
All right, wing number 2. This is the cayenne cold foam.
Okay.
Also a good one. Don't worry. It's not going to be that high yet. I promise.
I'm just taking one bite to
Yeah.
save you because you've been
it's
having
okay.
too many wings.
You're welcome
but
to eat more. I'm going to copy you.
After this, I'm gonna take the whole thing. the
Oh,
whole
okay.
tray.
Yeah, you're going to be over in the corner eating all the wings.
I love wings.
They are good. I've had too many already.
You know.
All right. You've mentioned before that you think ads are actually one of the least intrusive
Mm.
forms of marketing. But ad blocker usage is at an all-time high and ever increasing. How do you reconcile the difference between like the belief that it's an unintrusive form of marketing, but consumers may be feeling differently about it?
I mean, it's easy, right? Like when you get annoyed with like irrelevant ads and you start like putting ad blockers on, it's better if you believe that ads is a good way to communicate because now there's less people can cut through the noise if you do lazy advertising. When you're creative enough and relevant enough, people actually enjoy your ads. Or maybe I'm just weird. I grow up.
But
I
how
love
do you
watching
reach
ads.
someone? Like, it's interesting, right? Because maybe like you have the best ad in the world, but if I've been hit by so many bad ads already that I've turned my ad blockers on, I will never see your ad, even if it's the best ad in the world.
True, but I have ad blockers on. You have ad blockers on. Do you see ads? Sybil?
Not online.
Really?
Maybe like you'll see an influencer post, the more like organic ads,
Yeah.
but paid ads I don't
Yeah.
see anymore. No YouTube ads, no social media ads.
Oh, really?
Nothing.
But
Yeah.
then that makes this type of ads in terms of like in-person advertising. Like now we're at an event,
Yeah, that's
like this,
different. That's different
right?
for sure.
but it's still advertising, and it's just kind of like on the side. There are a lot of interesting ways. I follow one band. It's called Sophie Tucker, and they start selling merchandising and building their own community, and it's through SMS. And they advertise when they drop any merchandise. So I think like it's very subtle on the side. It depends on who your target buyers are, what they like and not like. People is very quick to say, I love this and I hate that. If you do it the right way, people are like, this is interesting.
Everyone hates a thing until they see a good version.
Exactly. I mean, we sell to the market and everyone complains about ads. They love our ads. So,
True. Maybe the bar is so low that it's not that hard to have an ad people love.
and it's fun. I don't know, as like ad creators, it's just fun when you see something like, damn, that is good. And it just makes the whole job a lot better.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Ready for wing number 3?
Yeah.
All right, this is the SDR tier.
And you said this is the best one, right?
This is,
So,
in my opinion, this is the best tasting.
Except
it's the
for
right-
SDR tiers.
Yeah, I know. It's because there's a secret ingredient in it. That's
Yeah.
why it tastes so good.
I'm trying to figure out Pineapple is the secret ingredient.
It's honey,
Mm.
but it also has a slow
Yeah.
burn. It simmers a little bit compared to the first two.
Mm. I like it.
Still not crazy spicy. Like this is what I would like.
Mhm.
This is what I would order. If I was gonna order wings. I want like
Yeah.
this sort of sweet and spicy
Yeah,
blend.
some flavor.
Yeah, this is actually more of a secret hot sauce review show. It's not actually a B2B marketing show. Yeah, we tricked you.
Okay. All right.
We don't have software. We just sell hot sauces.
I'm down. I want to buy all of this.
All right, question number 3. How do you think AI fits into the future of marketing? Are you like super pro AI? Are you anti AI? Are you somewhere in the middle? And where do you see you using it yourself over the coming years?
Okay, I'll go from the easy one. Our team's been using AI as part of like a support, like a help in like content, social, advertising, even reporting them too. So it's already part of our workflow.
Is it mostly generative AI or is it mostly like AI sitting on top of like reporting layers and things like that?
Generative.
Okay.
The Gen AI one. The other AI in terms of like suggestion, next step, we have that partially in some of our programs already for like over 2 years. So I think that from the workflow, like personally, like it's already part of how we do things.
You ever heard the saying that like people talk about like movie effects? Like the best movie effects are ones you don't even notice are effects.
Yeah.
And I feel like that applies to AI too. Like the best AI is like if you have to call it AI, it's probably not being implemented right. Like the best AI kind of blends into the background. You don't notice it. It's like it's just there in the workflow, silently helping you. Like the more like in the public eye it is, the less I think it has long-term value.
That's a good take. I love that. Because one thing, so to answer your other questions, so AI is definitely going to happen, and it's going to change a lot of the ways we do work today, and we're already seeing it like slowly. But as a marketer, but also from like a strategy standpoint, right? As we build our AI capability, we have AI scientists in our team for years. How do we weave it in a way that is so subtle, exactly what you said, and has to make sense? It's not just like I slap AI on top of it.
Well, it's a lot of that right now. It's AI. Give me more money.
Exactly. So from the product strategy and roadmap, we want to figure out like something that makes sense intuitively for our buyers. I'm terrified as a marketer about AI.
You think it's gonna take your job? Like with ads, do you think the future is you click a button and an ad just gets
that would be
generated?
nice, right? Like we save so much time in terms of coming up with creative ideas.
But does that remove like the human element from the creative thing being
even from
good?
the SDR prospecting standpoint, right? There's so many tools like I can write emails for you. You don't need SDR anymore. But I've seen some of our best SDRs emails. There's no way in AI. Maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't
I also
seem
like the best part about an SDR is actually not the email opens the door, but then it's on the SDR to actually like turn that into a relationship.
Right.
Do something with it. And that part, I don't know if
we
anybody's
don't
gonna
see it
do that.
yet. We don't see it yet, but God knows, you know, like we've seen too many movies. So in
It's
her,
coming.
like, he fell in love with her. So
that's true.
you never know. So as a marketer, I think I'm terrified in the sense of like, not about my job security. It's more like, how do I keep up?
Yeah, it's changing so fast.
Yeah, if it takes all of our job and we just sit around and eat hot wings all day and get paid,
Could be worse, yeah. I mean, getting paid still, that's the kicker there, right? If it's just sitting around not
well,
getting
but it
paid.
generates all the GDP of a country without you having to work. I mean, sounds great.
Sounds great in theory, but that's not how it would play
The rest
out
of
in
the
reality.
realms are like painting and making hot sauce at home, you know.
A new renaissance. Creativity. Until the AI comes and takes the painting jobs too.
We come up with something else. We're resilient.
Yeah, that's true. All right, wing number 4.
Yeah.
This is Ghosted Pepper.
Okay.
This is a step up
Yeah.
from the other 3.
So that's a ghost pepper, right?
There's a ghost pepper in that one, yeah. Yeah, definitely hotter than the first one.
It's definitely hotter, like a big step up. It's
Yeah.
like, yay.
Yeah, give you a false sense of security, and then we hit you.
Man, you thought this through.
Feeling a little bit of the sweat yet? A little bit of the back of the throat?
Definitely the punch. It's good.
Yeah.
It's
The
not
more you
crazy
talk,
yet.
the worse it gets.
You serious?
Because then you breathe air in and it like spreads it around your mouth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang. Huh?
Like in a minute, you'll be like, oh, it's in the back of my throat now. All right, question number 4. Your marketing budget goes to 0 tomorrow. What are you doing moving forward?
It's actually not hard. Well, because User Gem was bootstrapped. I was the first business hire back then, and the budget was literally 0. So we built out our one-to-one ABM campaign. Cost nothing. Everything was on PowerPoint. Oh my God, I created ads in PowerPoint. It was most hideous ads. I'm gonna find it one day. I'm gonna do a
You can
LinkedIn
send them
post.
to us and we'll put them in the background of the film.
It's so bad.
But it worked.
Yeah, and then actually Gong came in because of that ad, and I remember on the call, it's like, yeah, your ad creative is so bad, but hey, it got our attention, and now we're here. So I guess it does a
It
job.
reminds me, you ever seen the photo of the billboard, which is like we're hiring a creative
Yes.
designer and it's like clearly
Yes.
bad.
Yes,
It's like
exactly that.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's so bad. Yeah, I've seen
Sometimes
people
like
find
if
that.
everyone's too polished, being the kind of unpolished one can actually be an advantage.
Yeah, it works a few times for us actually. So 3-4 years ago, video ads on social wasn't like a big deal. Like mostly just images, B2B. And then if you see any video ads, it tend to be like very like high production, kind of
Like this.
like this, with like Thai and all that, We didn't have money. So I asked our AEs to start acting out skits, kind of like TikTok today, but like 4 years ago. And then we used those ads and nurturing like open opportunities. And because like those prospects already knew our reps, so it stopped them from scrolling. They're like, oh, I know this guy. That got them to come back. And then we have recording and gone that says like, hey, I keep seeing your face everywhere whenever I'm on like Instagram stories. Can you stop outside?
Break the pattern.
Yeah,
right?
break the pattern.
Be human, be authentic.
Yeah, and be a little bit silly.
You don't need budget to do those things.
Yeah.
All right, wing number 5. This is the Lost Lead. You can see it visually gets a little more aggressive. It's a little bit different. It looks hotter too on the wing, I feel.
Okay.
All right, final wing. You got this. It has yuzu in it.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out that's yuzu.
Yeah, it's yuzu and 7 pot peppers.
I've heard of that.
I don't know much about them either. All right, final question. What is an underrated marketing tool that you absolutely love right now that you don't think a lot of people know about, and you can't say your own tool?
Yeah.
And what is an overrated marketing tool that people seem to talk about a lot, but you're like, I don't get it.
I feel like anything I use, everyone knows now. Like the script we love, Canva we love. Everyone loves those tools. I don't know. Google Drive,
Okay.
your phone. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess the phone can still be underrated.
Actually, that kind of goes back to the
The
story I told
scrappiness.
you, the scrappiness, right? Your phone is so good. If the camera on your iPhone is sometimes better than your laptop.
You're saying we don't need these expensive cameras?
Yeah, sorry.
Overrated tool.
I don't know. I don't want to be hated, okay? A lot of the tools out there are clients, or potential clients, so no bad blood, but
It could be a category of tool then, if you don't want to name a specific tool.
yeah. No, I think like everyone should just like go back to the basics, like the first principle.
I think there's too much
Makes
like
sense.
tool. You ever heard of so I used to be really big at photography,
Yeah.
and there's a thing called GAS, which is gear acquisition syndrome. And it's this idea of like there's a whole breed of photographers who are more interested in like getting the new cameras and the new lenses, and like they want to research the new tech, and they spend more time doing that than just taking photos. And it kind of goes back to the phone. You're like, the best camera you have is the one that the best camera is the one you have. And I think this has changed a lot in the last year. I feel like a year ago, 2 years ago, everyone's like, new tool, try this, try this, try that, try this. And now it's like the best tools are the ones you have. Like, I think it's maybe the overrated tool is the shiny object where you're trying it just because it's new.
Yeah, but then again, it depends. Like for some business, those like overrated tool make sense for them if they already have all the other programs and it just works. For the others, just don't chase those tools. I mean, like if we've been around the blocks for a few times, you've seen the comes like
Yeah.
ups and down of the darlings.
It's all
and then
times
they
a
kind
flat circle, it repeats itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's overrated now, but it could be like underrated tomorrow. So
Someone
it really
earlier
depends.
when we were recording these yesterday said, as soon as you see someone sharing a sales or a marketing tactic on LinkedIn, that tactic is not worth doing.
But then it also depends who reads.
It always depends.
Yeah, like who reads that post. Just because you post doesn't mean that it's irrelevant. So I would encourage.
There's
people
always
to
people who
share.
haven't heard your message.
Exactly, and it could benefit someone. So, but I know what they mean. So
Right,
figure
you
out
did
how
it.
to cut through the noise.
You got through all 5. I know it's not the full 10, but
Yeah.
it's a fun little mini test.
This is really fun. I love this.
Before we finish though, if you're looking at that camera,
Yep.
and just if you want to leave with either your last tip for people or where people can find out more about what you're working on.
Last tip, I feel like I've been giving so many tips. My tips is never take anyone's tips at face value. Just think for yourself,
Including this tip.
including this one. So think for yourself and see if it makes sense for you before you do it. And if you want to find me on LinkedIn, that's the easiest way. My inbox is a nightmare, so LinkedIn is a lot easier. Thanks for
Awesome.
having me.
Thanks for joining us.